Number 1. Tell me about your childhood and family growing up.
Oh, as we were just discussing with your mother, my childhood, from the age of 14, I lived in Ida B. Wells. Growing up, at the age of 6 years old, I loved to stand on tiptoe and listen to the radio. So I've had a love for radio all my life. When I got older, my mother, being divorced from my father, we moved to projects, and I went to an all-white high school on a false address because my mother felt that the all-black schools weren't good enough. And fortunately for me, I got interested in radio at this white high school, and that's what got me started because I was building radio. So I started talking behind a microphone, and I auditioned for WBEZ, Board of Education radio station. So at the age of 15, I was actually on the air. So it's been that way ever since, because my mother thought so much of my education. So I owe her all of this that I've been able to do. I'm not through yet.
Number 2. How were you an active member in the civil rights movement?
I was an active member in so much as we did things on the telephone. We collected money at WVON. We had a trailer, and we would spend the whole weekend. We lived in a trailer collecting money for groups known as SICK and COFO, Bread Basket. These were black groups then. And we would solicit for money. And we would go make appearances in different places and solicit for money. So that was one way that we were able to help. And of course, we broadcast information on the radio too. So we were really, really into it. I met Dr. King, and I emceed his last appearance here in the city of Chicago at Soldier Field.
Number 3. How have you used your fame to help others?
Well, one way, I teach at Chicago State now. I've been there maybe 10 or 12 years, and I teach Radio 1 and 2. And of course, people hear that I'm there, and they do sign up for the class, and I like to pass on all the information that I've learned in this radio game to young people who really want to get into it. That's the way I do it.
Number 4. In 1994, you got your first radio job. How did it make you feel when your college professor said, "You have the best voice in the class. Too bad you'll never be able to use it on radio because you're a Negro"?
It wasn't 1994. It was like so far back I cannot remember. Let's try 1949. It just reversed. It angered me. I loved radio. This was really before the civil rights movement came along, but I thought I was as good as any white guy, and I just felt that it was a very prejudiced statement that this college professor made to me. So instead of encouraging me, he thought that I should quit, and I just told him to give me my grade and let me out of there. I peed off. Still peed off it is today. It's not the thing to do to discourage people.
Number 5. How did you get the name the Kuljit?
I got on the radio, first paid job. Really, I go back to, oh my God, 47, 48 or something like that. I had a friend who was, I graduated in 1947 from high school. And one of my buddies, Darwin, he graduated too. I decided to stay and work in radio, but he went into the Army. He became a first lieutenant. And when he came out, I was on the radio, and he said, you know, you need a slick name. Just don't be Herb Kent. You got to say, tell everybody get sent with Herb Kent the Kuljit. And that's what started it. He really started that. And it's not contracted just to the Kuljit. That's how he got that. I've had it all these years. He's passed away, but he was just such a dear friend.
Number 6. What are the biggest changes you have seen in urban radio from when you started until now?
One of the big changes are that when you were black, you worked at a black radio station. Uh, they had all black people did what they call race shows. Now, black people in all forms of radio, TV. We have black newscasters. We have my boss for Clear Channel here is a black guy. And he's very good. So it's still not where it should be. It's still not where it should be, but it's come a long way. There's still racism everywhere, and you can't say that it isn't there. But we're taking giant strides. One day, maybe when you grow up to be my age in 100 years or so, there'll be none at all. So you're a very fortunate young man.
Thank you. Number 7. How do you feel being introduced into the Museum of Broadcasting Radio Hall of Fame in 1995?
It was stunning, because when I went into the Radio Hall of Fame, I actually went in there with some people that I used to listen to when I was 14 or 15 years old, and that was significant to me. That we now were almost equals. Of course, I thought they were making more money than me, but when they put me into the Radio Hall of Fame, well, I was the first black announcer, along with one gentleman from New York and a lady who has since passed away, to be elected and selected. And for some reason, I thought it was good that they thought that it was time to get some black people into the Hall of Fame. Jack Brickhouse is in there. You'd be surprised. Casey's in there. Really, really big names are in that particular Broadcast Hall of Fame. So I felt very honored to have pictures of it. It was sensational. It was kind of numbing. When they called and told me, I just felt like numb all over, because you can't get better than that to be into the Hall of Fame.
Number 9. Besides hosting a highly rated radio show on V103, you also write for Indigo magazine and give lectures at Chicago State University. What other things are you doing?
Well, I don't write for Indigo anymore, but I'm still in contact with them. I might do a special article every now and then. I teach at Chicago State, and I lecture at Chicago State. The rest of my time, between being on the radio and lecturing at Chicago State, I have a horse.
Oh, wow.
And he's a Pasifino. He's kind of a special horse. I like to try to ride him. I have a hobby of photography, and I take guitar lessons.
Oh.
So if I'm not doing one thing, I'm doing something else. If I'm not doing that, I sleep.
Number 10. What advice do you have for young students, particularly African American students?
Stay in school. I was in a campaign like this years ago at WVON. Very best thing you can do is stay in school, and when you get out of high school, try to go to college. Other things that I stick in is try to find out what you want to be and what you want to do as early as you can. Some people can do it in grammar school, such as when I was in grammar school, I knew I wanted to be in radio all through high school. In some cases, you have people go to college and then discover what they want to do. You have to make up your mind what you want to do, see if you have the aptitude for it, see if you're qualified for it, and then when you go to school, take courses aimed at that. Like if you want to be a broadcaster, you take broadcast courses. If you wanted to be a historian, then you would take history courses, but you need to prepare yourself in school, and that's a great thing about school. It can prepare you for your ultimate position in life.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your time.
I have the final question, because I told them I would do this. You can have a seat. What is your secret to looking so fantastic, and your secret to life in general? Because you are such an amazing, successful, intelligent African American who was prominent back in the day and today. How do you do it? What is your secret?
Well, I've had my downfall, but I'm just straight in every way now. I'm a God-fearing person. I never lost sight of the fact that God is our only cause and creator. And I just kind of found out where I wanted to go in this, and I headed there. And I stay away from all the distressing things that are around us, you know, stay out of street gangs, lead a clean, God-fearing life, and really put in your head, you know where you want to go, and that helps. And just stay healthy, try to eat healthy, go to the doctor. When you get sick, go to the doctor, take care of whatever it is, both mental and physical.
Thank God.
I've talked to a psychiatrist, and I think a lot of people need to do that, almost everybody. So I think that's, you just have to know, you just have to lead a really clean life and stay away from all the stumbling blocks.
Well, we thank you so much for the honor and the pleasure of doing this for us, and I think you'll be a great inspiration to a up-and-coming young mixed Cuban-Chinese black man.
That's one for the books, isn't it?
Isn't it? Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.